Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Joao Cancelo, who have been strongly linked with Barca in recent weeks, as latest reports are claiming that Manchester City are ready to sell the right back, or of course, who is targeted at 40 million euros, as now also interested, which means Barcelona have a lot of competition if they really want to pursue Cancelo in the summer. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then in this video, secondly, we are going to be talking about Pablo Torre. Pablo Torre, one of the players whose future has been very uncertain, haven't been playing as much as he wanted. It has been reported by Gerard Romero that the Barca young midfielder is attracting interest from the Netherlands. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, and please watch the video right up to the very end. In a positive development for FC Barcelona, Fabrizio Romano is reporting that Manchester City are ready to sell out of ever defender Joao Cancelo in the summer. The Portuguese international, who is currently on loan at Bayern Munich, is on the radars of the Blaugrana, as well as Premier League giants Arsenal. Cancelo had a falling out with Pep Guardiola and was shipped off on loan in the January transfer window to Bayern Munich. Barcelona were interested in acquiring his services back then as well, but the move was prevented by their financial fair play situation. Bayern had a permanent purchase option worth 70 million euros for Cancelo, which they do not intend to trigger. With the season over in Germany, the right back will now return to Manchester City, where he is understood to have no future there. Indeed, the Premier League champions are ready to sell the season fullback, and the title holders of La Liga are willing to pounce. A new right back is one of the priorities for Xavi Hernandez and co heading into the summer, and Cancelo is at the top of the target list as Joan Foyt's signing is seen as unfeasible, while Benjamin Pavard could end up renewing his contract at Bayern Munich. As such, the development of Manchester City being open to selling him will come as a boost for Barcelona. However, as is the case with most of their transfer plans in the summer, any move for Joao Cancelo will depend on the club's financial fair play situation. Given the economic circumstances, it has been suggested that Barcelona would prefer to sign the former Juventus ace on loan, but Man City seem to be insisting on a sale and could demand up to 40 million euros. With Xavi also needing a top-notch pivot midfielder to replace Sergio Busquets, funding a move for Cancelo also could become tricky. And with Arsenal also understood to be in the picture, it remains to be seen whether the La Liga champions can get their hands on the Portuguese international or not. Of course, a right back is a priority, one of the priorities, let me put it that way, because Xavi have made mention that for him, the DM will be a priority for us heading into next season. Of course, Joao Cancelo is one of the top right backs that I think will be a good signing for us if we can go for him. Despite him being out of favor at Man City, of course, he had an issue with Pep. That is why he had to be loaned to Bayern in what was a shocking move in the footballing world. And surprisingly enough, Bayern Munich are not considering to shell out, or let me say to buy him permanently, because Man City loaned him to Bayern Munich and gave Bayern the option that if they want to buy him permanent, they can do so if and only if they pay up to 70 million euros, which according to reports, Bayern are not interested to pay such an amount. But if this new report is to be believed, the same Man City now value Joao Cancelo for 40 million euros. I think that would be so affordable by many clubs. Arsenal are now so interested, which means Arsenal are our top rivals when we talk about Joao Cancelo. And we know financially we are still trying to balance up the books. Laporta is still trying to ensure that things go well so that our summer window will be smooth. Because the viability plan that we sent to La Liga, up to now, surprisingly, La Liga have not still made any statement. They are still to give their approval. But even reports have been saying that Barca are so optimistic that La Liga will give a green light on that viability plan, which will enable the transfer window to be smooth sailing. And of course, if that happens by God's grace, Joao Cancelo signing will be good. Will be good to go, I think so. So 40 million euros, if actually that is the case, then Barca should really do so to sign him, because he's a quality player, and I don't think something less than 40 will be accepted by City. If actually it is 40 million, then I think that's a good price that Barca should just try and go for it, because Cancelo have proved that he is a player of top quality playing at right back, and if we miss this opportunity, then honestly I don't know which kind of right back do we really want, because since Dani Alves left this club, we have never really had a top right back. We have always been gambling. Nelson Semedo will come, Hector Bellerin, all of them are not up to the standard, and Barca will sell them afterwards. We need a top class, and of course, Koundé does not want to play as a right back. He has made it clear to Xavi, even though Xavi is not really prioritizing that position, but I think Barca must go for a right back. Then on to the final story of discussion. Barca young star Pablo Torre has not had the most productive of the debut seasons at the club, having arrived from Racing Santander in the summer of last year by snubbing Real Madrid. The 20-year-old midfielder has played just 12 times for the first team across all competitions. Torre had to wait until the final phase of the season to make his first start in La Liga, when he featured from the kickoff against Real Valladolid earlier this month. Despite Barcelona having had to contend with the prolonged absence of Pedri, manager Xavi Hernandez did not count on the Spaniard much. And with Ilkay Gundogan and Lionel Messi in on the transfer plans for the summer, the Blaugrana are hoping to loan Torre out in the summer. Amidst this, Gerard Romero is reporting that the midfield prospect is attracting interest from clubs in the Netherlands. Ideally, the Blaugrana would prefer to loan Torre out to a club in the Spanish First Division so that he can gain valuable experience playing regularly in La Liga. Of course, and there has been interest from teams such as Villarreal, among many others. But if such a move does not materialize, Pablo Torre will have options from the Netherlands, although it is unclear as to which clubs from the Eredivisie are interested in his services at the moment. Torre, for his part, wishes to stay put at Barca and continue to fight for his place in Xavi's team. But as things stand, such a scenario seems unlikely, and a temporary move away could be the best option for him and the club. There have also been talks about the La Liga champions selling him permanently with a buyback clause inserted. All things point towards Torre leaving Barcelona on loan in the summer, and only time will tell where the 20-year-old ends up. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye for now.